That was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. This is anyone's game tonight.
There he is. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Oh, say does that
Yes, y'all, you don't stop.
We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys. Tonight, a celebration of the All the Talk Greg leading. Up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
It's up a three. Vucevic with the rebound. Now the Bulls with it. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Luka Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the center, filling out the middle. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 4 on the shot clock. And it's White missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. All right, let's hand it over to David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, Kevin. The storyline tonight, the MVP race. It involves both MP and Luka. MP told me during shoot-around his first focus was on the team tonight, getting that win. He said that's what will send a message to the voters. Won't be easy to do. Kevin?
Not easy at all. Never easy outplaying Luka Doncic, DA. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Knicks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Chicago, they just crushed expectations all season long. Only a few people thought they could sustain this level of excellence, but here they are.
Pass to Giddey, and here's Vucevic. Over in the corner, White over Reeves. And it's White missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Back to Giddey, the 3, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
Pass to Doncic. From the arc, drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
It's White on the wing. He's defended by Reeves.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Reeves outside. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson. Pass to Giddey. Beyond the arc. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 6.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
Reeves outside. And it's Doncic missing. Chicago leading by 5. Out to the right wing with the shot. Again, Chicago.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Doncic feeling it out. To halt the run. The shot, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Oh, what a group. All season long. He has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
The way he has sustained his level of play for the entire season, that's what's most impressive, the consistency of his performance. He hasn't had the major ups and downs that so many rookies go through.
Reeves outside. It's stolen by Vucevic. Over in the corner, White over Reeves. And it's White missing.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Now Reeves. He has yet to score. And it's Doncic missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside, James. The end of the drought. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Bulls leading by 12. We've passed year 20 for LeBron James. Clark, how is he still doing this?
Well, I'd love to find out, but he's got a combination of remarkable DNA and obviously a tremendous work ethic and attention to detail and taking care of his body. But some of it's a blend of good fortune and a lot of hard work. He's played at a level at his age that I never thought I'd see in basketball. It's different in other sports, but to do what he's doing on the court is amazing.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Hachimura is checked in for the Lakers.
Rui Hachimura.
Here's Reeves. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Hayes, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the rejection by James.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Lakers trail by 11. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And Hayes throws it down.
Luka's so smart to get other guys involved in the action. Very good at not forcing it and trying to do everything himself. Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Pass to Hachimura. A baseline J. A shot, no good. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Fires the three. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Reeves finds James. And again for 3.
And he's hit thousands of threes in this league.
Inching closer and closer to 5th place on the career triples list. Tries a 3. And it's Luka with the rebound. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
From past the arc, it falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And a wide open look for Hachimura. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim.
Hachimura was hoping the ball would come his way, and he was ready.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Robinson. Dosumu, he's checked in for White. And Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. And then for Los Angeles, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Gannett comes in for James. And Goodwin subbed in for Luka Doncic. Lakers trail by 10. Now, here's Goodwin. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Hachimura. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Chicago shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. And the shot goes in.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Collins. Pass to connect. Now Goodwin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. On the wing, Dosumu. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. He gets it in there. 17 points in the game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's Chicago, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Their chemistry, that's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Connect. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Goodwin in at the 2 guard. Pass to Connect. He's on target from 8 feet out. Connect's got the first basket of the second quarter for Los Angeles. To the paint. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Reeves can't hit. Chicago leading by 14. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. He tries for 3. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the 3 ball is good.
And you have to run Connect off his spot. He's very comfortable in the corner.
As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee, and there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Pass to Hachimura. Here's Finney-Smith. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Goodwin. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
The Bulls call timeout here. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. And things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
Doncic passes to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Can they get it? Nice defense from Giddey.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Shoots the 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Lakers shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
LeBron with it. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And also 3 steals. So he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Chicago Bulls.
I think they've been smart in their approach, guys. I mean, finding ways to set up ready shooters. And if you don't have it, just make the extra pass.
And more often than not, the right guys are getting fed.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Taking a look here at Chicago, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. The guard set is Giddy and White. Mitchell Robinson out there with Vucevic. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Pass to Hayes. The kick out to LeBron. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Robinson dishes to Vucevic. Shoots a 3. Reeves with the rebound. Reeves has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle, here's Hayes. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hayes has got his 3rd basket of the night. Bulls moving the ball around. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside. 25 points in the game.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Robinson against Vanderbilt. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. James, no good.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Puts up a 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound. The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Reeves the pass to Doncic. Lets it go with the 3. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Doncic. LeBron's got 12 in the game. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. White looking around. From beyond the arc, he doesn't hit that one. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Pass to James. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 14.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Good work there as it goes.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Doncic kicks to Hayes. LeBron outside. Sweet move. Chicago grabs the miss. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Comes up empty down low. Lakers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Pass to Hayes. James against Giddey. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Bulls call timeout here. Going with an almost entirely new group. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Robinson. Osumu, he's checked in for White. And Trey Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. But Trey buries the long-range jumper. He has 30. And so it's the Lakers with it. LeBron left side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it? Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy. And both free throws good for LeBron. Now over 2 decades playing in the league, LeBron James continues to play at an amazing level. Remarkable. Kicks it out to Jones. Trying his luck from deep. Reeves with the rebound. Reeves has got his 5th rebound in this one. James looking it over. Jones against Doncic. 5 to shoot. Nice move. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Doncic has got 12. No matter what you throw at Doncic, he'll adapt. Nice shot there. Smith outside. Unloads. The Lakers with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Dosunmu, the pass to Collins. Three-pointer, sinks the triple. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. Los Angeles calls timeout. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Chicago.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
.51 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Connect gets it to go.
Well, Connect is not just a shooter. He's got the strength to handle that interior contact.
Outside Williams. And here's Huerter. 6 points for him. Three-pointer on the way. Another three for Chicago.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And it's Connect in the corner. Knocks down the three ball. Connect's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
For the three, hands it from downtown.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So it's the Lakers now, and on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Connect out there with Vincent. And it's Hachimura in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Bulls shooting at 51%. Really solid. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Shoots a 3, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Pass to Hachimura. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Connect. No good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And here is Williams. Vanderbilt defending. Jones with a three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Terry. The three. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got rebound number 5 here tonight. LeBron outside. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room, give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
Here's Connect. And again, the Lakers no good. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Williams. Lets the three fly. And rebounded by Connect. For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Here's James. That was something to see.
My goodness.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 45 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Terry in the corner. From outside the arc, and the Bulls another three.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Connect. Jacks up a three. It's all in by the Bulls. Outside, Jones. Over Vincent. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Vincent. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Smith comes in for Mitchell Robinson, and it's Dosunmu in for Terry.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Inside, stolen by Reeves. Fires from deep. That one's not going to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Down low. Again, what an avalanche!
And it's another 50-point night for him. He's had a bunch of them in his career.
And on the NBA all-time list of 50-point games, he's almost in the top 5.
In the top 5. How about Wilt, MJ, Kobe, Harden? and Elgin Baylor. That is a pretty exclusive club.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka's going to cook you.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Guarded by Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Reeves. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players, so I think it's a good thing overall.
Doncic passes to Reeves. Now Hachimura. Clock at 6. Here's Vincent. And the three off target. And Chicago shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Bulls moving the ball around. Smith for three. Drains the three-pointer.
We've seen growing confidence from Smith behind the arc. I mean, he takes these pretty readily now.
Pass to Hayes. To the paint. Rebound by Smith.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Reeves outside. Hachimura. And again, unable to change momentum here. Hachimura's gone just 2 for 8 from the field. Right there at 25%. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough team.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
Pass to Williams. In the corner. Herter with it. Good on the triple.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's James. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. James has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Pass to Herter. Fires the three. A rebound by the Lakers. Hayes has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Chicago.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
Doncic outside. Puts up a deep 3. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low perspective.
Hits it again. Wow.
can't believe I'm saying this. He's now second in 60-point games all time.
Tapping into his full arsenal, night in and night out. Doncic kicks to Vanderbilt. Doncic outside. From deep, Reeves. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. We hope you see from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
What's up, everybody? I'm going to start with Joe.
Another great game, MP.
Thank you, Joe.
Or should I say MVP?
I
played against another top MVP candidate, and every time you face off against someone of this caliber, you look like the best player on the floor. So are you a shoo-in for the MVP award?
Look, I just play basketball. I don't worry about awards. A lot of that is a popularity contest anyway. You know, my focus is on winning games and making sure that this team is ready to compete for a championship. If we win an award, or if I win an award, that's cool, but that's not my focus, and I'm not going to campaign for that here. Thanks. Thanks, Joe.
That's what I'm talking about.
folks in that locker room are going to like hearing what you just
Incredible.
said.
No rookie has scored more points. That's a solid team out there. You guys will have to bring it.
Fans live for games like this one.
The National Basketball Association and the Chicago Bulls are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports Annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory fusion of basketball and Latin culture. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And well into March, it's a great time to look at our latest Rookie of the Year list. These guys have been a joy to watch. What a fantastic injection of talent into the NBA. He's shown us throughout the course of this season that he's at the top of his rookie class, so it's no surprise to see him in the top spot.
And there's no doubt he's the top contender. I'll be shocked if he's not lifting the Rookie of the Year trophy later on.
It's got to be him. In a season where we have a ton of worthy candidates, he has been the most outstanding by far.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. Washington and Lively down low. Kyrie Irving out there with Thompson, and it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, Gideon White there to make the backcourt. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Nikola Vucevic. Well, if you like scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. Giddey against Irving. Pass to Marshall. The 3 is up. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's the scoring. Right there, it's just passing.
Lively on the double. Now White. There's the triple. He drops it from range.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Thompson, and he buries his first look.
Yeah, you keep defenders guessing with the ability to get to that in-between game, part of what makes Klay Thompson an all-star.
Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Irving looking around. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. That one drops for him.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Washington outside. Back to Irving. Up and in on the layup.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
To the inside. Hey, from beyond the arc. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret," but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night. We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Irving. Last game, 26 points for him. Back to Marshall. Washington outside. Pass to Lively. The three is up. Marshall can't hit.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Here's Washington, giving them some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Right side, Irving from behind the arc. Chicago with a rebound.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
White, good.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Mavericks trail by 7. Washington outside. Irving a screen on Robinson. Here's Washington. Dallas no good that time either.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And what's working? Here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Comes to shooting from beyond the arc. These are the league leaders. Kobe White, number 1. Josh Giddey is second.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Now here's Lively in his last outing with 12 points. 5 on the clock. Thompson finds Washington. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Bulls on offense. They're on a 16-4 run. Back to Giddey. 4-3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Irving against Giddey. Irving, the pass to Washington. Pass to Marshall. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Lively with the bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Bulls leading by 10. Hey, expanding his range. The rebound by Klay Thompson. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Mavericks. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And in the last meeting, they definitely had the upper hand at the charity stripe.
Outside Irving. From deep. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Kyrie shoots a ton of threes, and he makes a ton of threes.
The Bulls have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. And the layup is good off the glass. He's got 10.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Washington outside to the paint. Here's Marshall, and he jams it home with authority.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
From deep, Giddey sends it home from three-point land. Giddey's got 6.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Washington's shot is good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Marshall. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Well, the attention that Klay Thompson gets because of his great shooting allows him to set his teammates up. That's nice.
Oh, from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
Hits the trifecta.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already, he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Mavericks trail by 8. And here's Irving. He's got 5, and that one drops.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Thompson against White. For 3, another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Lively. Vucevic with some nice D. Chicago leading by 9. Inside. All eyes on this contest tonight, Doris, as these two squads duke it out for playoff positioning.
Brian, good teams know who their competition is. And when that happens, even in a regular season game, the quality of competition and the intensity gets immediately ramped up. And guess who gets to benefit from that? You and I.
Mavericks trail by 10.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Dinwiddie passes to Exum. It's Martin on the wing, covered by Smith. Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall. Three-pointer, no good. And so here is Chicago coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
Yeah, they were dialed in from deep in that one. The basket must have looked as big as the ocean because they were hitting everything.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said they're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Dinwiddie, no good. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Oh, he tries a three. Pure from three-point range. He's got 19.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Exum uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you love how Dante Exum gets inside. He's got terrific touch close.
Chicago leading by 15. Down low with a 9-footer. Collins with a screen on Dinwiddie. And he gets the bucket.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Here's Dinwiddie. 11 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
And that one good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Dinwiddie outside and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And so it's Chicago out in front by 19 going into the break. Deep. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. Caleb Martin out there with Washington. Then there's Dante Exum. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Christie in at the small forward position.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Martin. Drains the triple. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Back to Dosunmu. Beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 26.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Dinwiddie outside. And it's Dallas scoring again.
There's a creativity to the game of Spencer Dinwiddie, just breaking the defense down.
Pass to Smith. Outside Jones. And here's Dosunmu. He tries for three. Gets the three to fall.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Christie. Martin outside. Fires from deep. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Smith outside. Jones, the pass to Dosunmu. Smith outside. Lets the three fly. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Jalen Smith wants to stretch the floor. He's got a sweet shot.
Washington a screen. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Smith with the rebound. Bulls leading by 23. Pass to Jones. Three-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. No good.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Dosunmu can't hit. For Dallas, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Christie to stop the run. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Christie's got his second bucket of the night.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Dosunmu on the wing. Picked by Smith. Now here's Dosunmu. He's guarded by Exum. And there's a 3-second violation. A line change here for Chicago. Completely new group here for the Mavericks.
You got this, MP.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the second quarter. Thompson against White. Thompson passes to Irving. Now here's Lively. Just 5 to shoot. Fires it from 18. And it's Washington missing.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Jones. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Here's Irving. An easy 2 on the layup. Irving's got 11 points.
Well, Kyrie may be the best finishing guard in the history of the game. His ability to contort his body or spin the basketball, ridiculous.
Here's Jones. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Washington's got 4 rebounds in the game. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Well, this is why Kyrie Irving can make a defense look bad. He can beat you with his scoring or his passing.
No good on the 3. Spins. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Patrick Williams, and he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
At the line for the Mavericks, Kyrie Irving.
Take a break.
Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
That free throw misses. And he sinks the second. 7 seconds left in the first half. Fires for 3. And that's not going to go. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Chicago ahead, running away with this one. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
Taking a look here at Chicago, coming down the final stretch of the season, about a month left, I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Matter of fact, they're in the number 1 spot.
Well, number 1 is a good spot, isn't it, Ernie?
Last I checked, it doesn't get better than that. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Chicago Bulls.
The defense should get a talk. They've been getting splashed on all game. And I'm just sitting back watching the show.
And as great as they've been, the show still has a second act. it can all change in a flash.
Can you say splash on TV?
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. The Bulls shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. Kitty and White pair to make the backcourt. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Mitchell Robinson. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Thompson passes to Lively. To the middle. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Lively. Irving's got 14.
Kyrie Irving is lighting it up right now, just letting everybody see every aspect of skill to his game.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. And so here is Chicago. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 33 points for him.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Marshall. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. He's got 9.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
White on the wing. Fires the 3. He buries it from 3.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Pass to Marshall. Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Oh, trying his luck from deep. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Irving gets it to go.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, B.A., this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
No good with the triple.
Absolutely tenacious guy. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Pass to Giddey. Shoots over Thompson. And again, Chicago, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
White against Irving. Back to Thompson. Here's the 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
How about Klay Thompson, a career average of north of 40%? You better get a hand up when he's in three-point territory.
Oh, he's been doing everything. Hitting the boards, huge game for him thus far.
Irving for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the 2nd deep ball to go down for this guy.
Lays it up and banks it in. Give him 35.
Well, it's just incredible court awareness by Josh Giddey. Understanding wide open man, I've got to find him.
Washington outside. Back to Irving. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Tipped. And now the Mavs on the run. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Giddey. 6 to shoot. Hey, puts up a 3. Hits the 3-pointer.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
And here's Lively. Here's Irving. Over Giddey. And that one's long. White looking it over. Pass to Vucevic. It's stolen by Lively. Here they come with numbers in transition. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Boy, you don't see it often, but Klay Thompson letting you know he can finish emphatically.
Puts up a three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. The 15-footer. And it's Chicago with a board.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And Chicago again with a bucket.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Up top, White. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA. And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And it's Giddey missing. For Dallas, they've gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. Irving for 3. Drops in the 3. Irving's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. So both teams... And so here is Chicago on the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. They've got Spencer Dinwiddie. He's out there with Dante Exum. And it's Prosper in at center. Pass to Herter. Outside Jones. 5 to shoot. From downtown. Sinks the tray.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Pass to Herter. To the left wing. Lets it go. No good from the wing.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Yeah, sometimes aggression can overcome certain offensive limitations. You saw it right there.
Oh, yikes. Not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. And he lobs it up to the rim. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Well, Dante Exum doing a little bit of everything right now. Pretty pass.
He shoots a 3. Connects from downtown. He's got 44.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Dinwiddie passes to Martin. Dinwiddie with a screen on Williams. Here's Martin. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players' union.
Yeah, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
Takes a three. Jones grabs the board.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
The Bulls need to get off a shot. Williams finds Smith. And the 18-footer right on the mark.
Yeah, good to see Jalen Smith asserting himself on the offensive end. That's big time.
Dinwiddie against Jones. It's Exum on the wing. The three. Williams grabs the board. The Bulls have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Here's Herter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Martin's got his 4th rebound in this one. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Knocks it down from distance.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a core first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Now Jones. Doris, with the latest collective bargaining agreement, teams have to be more strategic with their spending.
They do, Brian, and I think this speaks to the league's desire to make sure there's competitiveness across all of the teams in the league. There are now harsh penalties in place for teams that go over the luxury tax. So star players in their 30s or players with injury concerns aren't necessarily guaranteed max contracts in the future. You're going to see a lot more negotiations and smart decision making.
And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Jacks up a three. They grab their own miss. Pass to Martin. Launches a three. No good that time.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Outside Jones. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Robinson, he's checked in for Chicago. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Irving comes in for Dinwiddie. Well, the Mavericks shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. And stolen by Herter. Pass to Jones. To the right side. Oh, he tries a three. Mavericks with a rebound. Irving with it. There's the three. It's hauled in by Herter. Well, Chicago's shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. Williams finds Jones. He tries for three. It's hauled in by Exum. Exum's got 4 rebounds now. Irving. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half.
You are not going to find too many better in the mid-range than Kyrie Irving.
It's Herter on the wing. Doris, this has been a good few years for teams from small markets, don't you think?
I certainly do, Brian. I mean, think about some of the most exciting players we have in the league. They're young, but they are captivating. Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City. Giannis has been in Milwaukee his entire career. The list goes on.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for Herter. And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Lively, he's checked in for Powell. Washington comes in for Martin. Marshall, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Thompson in for Exum. Dallas is shooting 40% so far in this one. Marshall can't hit. Well, the Bulls shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Second chance shot, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Pass to Lively. Thompson with it. Launches it. Fires in the triple.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Thompson's gone 2 of 6 shooting from downtown. Another bucket. Wow. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And Dallas with possession. Washington outside. Back to Irving. Inside, here's Marshall, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Herder comes in for Jones.
Jalen Smith.
The Mavericks shooting 41% here in the fourth. Thompson outside. Pass to Marshall. Irving for 3. Williams grabs the board. The Bulls have gotten 7 of 16 attempts to drop since the start of the fourth. And out of bounds, Dallas will have it.
Mavericks ball.
Now here's Irving. Thompson outside. Three-pointer. And Lively with a basket on the assist by Thompson.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Doris, coaching is a difficult job. You think they're judged unfairly?
I do, PA. I think they go into any circumstance, and it's largely contingent on what is the strength of the organization. What's your ownership like? What is their commitment level to winning? What is your front office and the decision-making process like? But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are judged by wins and losses. They know that going in.
Here's Marshall. Off target with the 3. Chicago shooting 41% here in the fourth.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
Boy, we can't say enough about what a talented team this is. Their 68th win coming for them in what's already been a very successful run.
And they fought hard for this win, guys. No one wants to get swept in the season series, even a short one.
There's 47 seconds left in the final quarter. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Marshall, outside Irving. Screen by Lively. Pulls it from the top of the key. Irving, no good. From outside the arc. Sinks it from distance.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
The 3 from Thompson. It's hauled in by Herder. From the wing. Can't hit that one.
Oh, he's been doing everything. Hitting the boards, a huge game for him thus far.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had